Ryan, how impressed were you with your side tonight?
You're pretty good. Pretty impressed. It's been a flat week all week, as you might imagine. And I said in the pre-match that this has been the flattest week we've had since I've been coach. Where the loss against Hull in the Challenge Cup last week just flattened everybody. We had so much invested in that game leading up to it that I suppose losing is hard enough, but the way we played as well, it's been a really flat week, and I'm not sure how much we did through the week to turn it around. You know, we just got through some stuff, and I just felt, or I sensed off the players that they just wanted to be left alone and get to game day, which we pretty much did. So I wasn't sure what we delivered tonight, but it was great to see. Lots of energy, lots of defensive energy, and while Wigan weren't the best we've ever seen in attack, I'm recognising that as well. I thought on occasions we defended what they threw at us and had to defend, you know, some really important moments in the game which got us again.
In terms of a response then from last week, how pleased are you with the way that they have turned things around in that week?
Yeah, I'm pleased, but the point I'm making is that there's no strategy in that. That's them. That's the group that they are. So, and they're not to be sniffed at as well. That, you know, you've got to. I'm not sure that they had too many meetings on their own and said, look, what we're going to do Friday night is this, that, and the other. You know, they were pretty flat as well, and the coaches have been flat, and it's just been one of those weeks where we haven't, you know, we turned up to work and we've got through some stuff. I don't think we've been brilliant, but I don't think we've been poor, and it's just been all about tonight. And you know, the point I'm making is I'm not sure what we was going to deliver, but we did, and came up with a pretty significant win as well.
The fact that you left them alone to do their own thing almost, I mean, individually that shows how much faith you have in them. For them to then repay that with that sort of performance must be satisfying for them as a coach.
Well, there's no repaying going on. We don't repay me or anything. There's none of that. But yeah, I trust them to have a reaction, or I trust them to come up with some goods. I can't, but this week we couldn't guarantee it.
Stevie Ward will get the headlines because of the hat-trick, but how impressed were you with his overall display tonight?
I just think he's a brilliant player. I think he's like a Jamie Jones in that I think he can carry it like a prop and break tackles, and I think he can defend like a prop, but he can certainly outpace people and skip round people and find a pass, and he's just got an all-round game, and whenever he's on the field, very much like Jamie Jones, I think we're a better team. I went for a beer with him on Saturday night after the game last week, and talking to him and Adam Cuthbertson for a while. And it's only when you're in that environment, really, when they just relax a little bit and there's not talking to the head coach anymore, they're just talking to a bloke, you realise how much they care, how much they're in it, and how much last week hurt. And you know, a few other players were there, so you know, for somebody like Stevie, who's been through some moments in his career already, good ones and bad ones, it's great that we're seeing the best of him at the moment.
Should he be in the England reckoning by the time?
I don't. Yeah, listen, I don't know. I wouldn't. I'm not going to be telling Wayne Bennett who to pick and who not to pick, but I think I don't think he'd look out of place.
You see him as a future Leeds captain, Ryan?
Yeah, it's not a no. It's certainly not a no. He's always been an articulate fella. He's always been a deep thinker. He's always been somebody who's got a voice in him. Even when he first started playing, 2012 when he was 17, he wasn't shy of an opinion, and has matured and gone through some moments in his last 2 or 3 years. Wouldn't be out this world, no.
Great for these lads, Brian, isn't it? Ashton Golding, Stevie Ward are like Leeds boys, aren't they? Sort of living the dream, scoring these tries.
Ashton Golding, I thought, had his best game for us since I've been playing with the first team. I know he's copped for some criticism, Ashton, and he's copped some criticism because he's not as good as Zach Hardaker. That's how I read it. You know, in most weeks, or on some weeks, he gets his game gets pulled apart because he's not quite as good as Zach Hardaker, which I don't think I've got no problem. I've got no problems with that. Zach's been a very good player for us, but Ashton's, what is he, 6 or 7 years behind where Zach's game is. He's only a young man, and he's learning the trade as well, and he's learning the trade at the coalface under the microscope at Leeds. So he's a committed player, and he's got some improvement in his game. But tonight he looked really good.
A
lot of the criticism's been about his attacking play, but tonight his support play, his finish for the first try, I mean that was the signs of some real high quality stuff there with the ball.
Yeah, I don't think he's been overly poor. I don't think he's been really awful. But again, when you gauge him against the bloke who played there last season, it's it's an easy one to criticise, isn't it? So no matter what period or no what stage Ashton's been at, he's always had that look in his eyes, which he says to you, "Look, I'm in this for a long haul. You know, I'll keep practicing, I'll keep working." So he's a pleasure to work with.
It's great that you've got young Jack Walker next season as well. That should be some scrap, shouldn't it, between him and Golden?
Well, we've got Jack Walker this year, so Jack Walker might play this year as well, whether we rest Ashton or we have a positional change. So Jack Walker's clipping at his heels, isn't he? Which is great. It's a difficult choice for me to make, and it means I may have to have some difficult conversations should that level of standard drop. But I've got huge faith in both of those fellas.
You said that Wigan maybe weren't quite at the best with the ball in hand tonight, but obviously you cut them apart, not at will, but you cut them apart frequently tonight. How encouraging was that against the Wigan?
There was that try just maybe before half time. I don't know how long before half time. In the first half, that got cancelled off. And it was just one of those tries which is our strength. I think that's our strength. But it's also our weakness as well, because I'm not sure what we're doing. I'm not sure they know what they're doing. And if I don't know and they don't know, I can guarantee the opposition coaches don't know. And it's hard to prep for. And at times it's brilliant, and at times it kills us a little bit. So in the age of rugby league, where it's structure is almost every second sentence, structure and systems, I think that's needed in rugby league, because defences are so good, so oppressive, they're so suffocating now. You need an element of what you're going to do in the following 2 or 3 plays, but it can be monotonous to watch. And by that same token, just going out there with no systems and no structure will kill you as well. So we try to strive to strike a balance with that.